The Bears have a new slot receiver agreeing to a 1 year deal with former Falcons and Commanders receiver Olamide Zaccheaus, a veteran slot receiver who Ryan Poles knows from his time catching passes underneath Matt Ryan. Poles has talked frequently about his close friendship with Matt Ryan, who was his roommate at Boston College. Zaccheaus got his start in the NFL with the Falcons, and he learned from Matt Ryan. He's a 27-year-old slot receiver who's a savvy route runner who's very elusive in the open field. Zaccheaus was recruited to Virginia as a running back, but ended up splitting time between RB and receiver. He also returned kicks and punts in college as well, and he had over 4,000 all purpose yards and scored 23 touchdowns. He went undrafted in the NFL and only scored a 6.17 on his RAS, but it was mostly due to him being undersized. He has good speed and explosion for the position. He was also not very polished as a receiver coming out of Virginia, but he caught on in Atlanta and actually started 23 games for them. His time with the Falcons really helped his versatility as a receiver. He's a guy who can play inside or out, but he excels as a slot receiver. He had a down year in Philly statistics wise in 2023, but he became a much better blocker that season and improved his overall skill set. He had his least amount of targets and receptions since his rookie season, but he had more run blocking reps than any season in his career. Last year, he bounced back as the Commanders' slot receiver, setting career highs in receptions with 45, proven to be a valuable slot option for rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. Zaccheaus has 500 plus yards in two of the last three seasons and 400 plus in three of the last four. He is not a game changer, but he's a reliable weapon out of the slot and a guy who can also serve as a punt returner, both roles the Chicago Bears needed to fill on this roster. You might remember Zaccheaus from a huge moment he had in the NFC Championship game. The Commanders were up 27 to 21 late in the game, and Zaccheaus would come through in a big moment, scoring a late fourth quarter touchdown, splitting two Eagles defenders for the score, and tying the game at 27 all in the fourth quarter. He made a couple of big time plays in the NFC Championship game, but he also had a 97-yard TD catch as a rookie for Matt Ryan. He's a guy who operates primarily out of the slot. He had 349 snaps in the slot last season, 320 in 2023, and 394 in 2022. Zaccheaus also served as the punt returner for the Commanders late in the season, and he sporadically returned punts throughout his NFL career, catching a ton of fair catches, but also returning 20 punts for 215 yards. Zaccheaus should instantly step in and be our third receiver on the depth chart ahead of Tyler Scott. It doesn't stop Scott from being able to get on the field, it just makes it a little bit more challenging. It does give the Bears a slot receiver heading into the offseason, but it doesn't prevent us from continuing to bring in competition at the position. Zaccheaus is an underrated player and someone that a lot of Bears fans wanted a couple years ago in free agency. He is just turning 27 years old and signing a 1 year deal to come to the Chicago Bears. I'm actually late getting this video out because we had some breaking news as I was in the middle of editing my Zaccheaus video. News broke that the Bears also gave Jonah Jackson a 1 year contract extension through 2027. They added $7 million in guarantees for 2026, and he's going to get all 17.5 million he was slated to earn this season, according to Mike Garofalo. Now, one thing we don't know about this is with the added guarantees and the 1 year extension, did Ryan Poles lower the number on his cap hit for this season? We will not know that for a couple more days, most likely, but Jonah Jackson, the Bears' new guard, has been extended through 2027. I think most of us were waiting on a Joe Tooney extension, and I still expect that to come, but I really like this move as well. This shows that the Bears view Jonah Jackson as a long-term option at right guard and not just a band-aid at the position. Ben Johnson said it confidently yesterday that they're going to get Pro Bowl caliber play out of Jonah Jackson, and I'm nothing but hopeful right now, but this move seems like a win for the Bears, locking Jonah Jackson up through 2027. More details to come. We'll go over the full details as soon as they are announced. This really is a new era of football for the Chicago Bears where free agents want to come here, and Ryan Poles is going to actually have to be selective when choosing which players to bring to the roster. Bears' new slot receiver, welcome to Chicago, Zaccheaus. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this one. If you missed it, I dropped my full breakdown on Dio Odangbo earlier. Be sure to check that one out and tune in tomorrow as I'll be live with Greg Gabriel and another show with Glenn Morgan later. Please remember to hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.